Come on then, that one's mine. I might take that fucking sticker off the cup. Come on, and just take it.
Be collecting bacterium, that.
Mo,
Like that,
welcome back to the Show Giddy Giddy Gal. My name's Steve.
I'm John Barnes.
Thanks for tuning in once again. Let's kick off. What are you in such a fettle for this morning? Rushing about all hour?
And I wasn't it? Can you tell, like?
Aye. Pure fettle the lad.
I got up early, we went to the gym, so because we're going to the date, say Marky's birthday, happy birthday Mark, right? Before we fucking get into it. Twisting on all the time on that group chat, Marky, mine, innit, yeah? What's your like? You can't do this, you can't do that. Who? All the time. Anyway, right, so I went to the gym, right? So I thought, I'm making good times here, right? So I thought I'll swing by the barbers, because my hair's out of control at the minute, right? Swing past the barbers. There's a car parking space right outside the barbers. I thought, fucking fantastic, right? I'm going to get in and out, yeah. Then Steve will be happy I'll be able to film the show. On time, right? So I pulled up at the barber shop, got out the car, walked into the barbers, it's shut, right? And I'm thinking, what the fuck, like? My last tell it was open at 9 o'clock. It was 9:15 by this time. So I'm stood there thinking, what's going on? And obviously, I don't know. Anyway, I started walking away. And then this wife caught my eye and I thought, oh yeah. She goes, he's running late, isn't he? And I was like, oh. I goes, aye, I'm in a bit of a rush. She goes, I wasn't expecting you to come out with that accent. And I goes, aye. And she goes, and I bet you weren't expecting me to come out with this one either. And I was like, oh yeah, like pure Markham accent. Aye. And anyway, I knew who it was anyway. I goes, and in my head I was thinking, what you talking about? I goes, I spoke to you last time in the shop, man. She goes, oh no. I was like, yeah, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, get me out of here. I goes, yeah, I'm away, I'll be back in later on. Tell your gaffer it's alright.
You should have said, yeah, get your girlfriend on the phone to come down here now before I flip out.
I was on the verge of flipping out. Anyway, aye. And then, so here I am.
What a small world, though, eh?
Aye, and aye. You know what it is, last time I was in that barbers, there was a wife in from Sunderland, sat right next to us, cutting hair, obviously.
Was that not her?
That was her, aye. And then the other wife, new wife, she was from Hartlepool, and I was thinking, what's going on here, like?
Canal. What, the whole northeast in this little square, haven't we? Fucking hell.
Oh, yes.
Gateshead.
Aye. Newcastle.
Aye, Gateshead, Newcastle.
Get on the mic and get no hassle.
Aye. Oh,
Anywho, that was my fault. Anyway, I'm out of it now, like, I'm settled now. Got the tunes on, got the show pumping, got the new optic.
I know, aye, like when you logo.
Pretty cool, hey.
Looks wicked, aye. I just thought crack on as well. Just want to say congratulations to Glenn, the Min and Patterson and Emily on their wedding the other day. Looked like a PR scream.
Oh, yeah,
I was on the phone now, obviously we've seen all the videos, obviously getting on the mic and all that at the wedding, and Glenn rang us yesterday. I was on the bus, so I was tapping for about 20 minutes or something.
What time would that have been when he rang you?
I don't know, it would have been early hours. He was pissed, like, on the cans, weren't you walk yet? And he says, oh, did you get a mic, just jump on for like 1 or 2 tunes? I went, no, I had the mic on for a good hour and a half. He said when he hired the DJ, he went, want the mic on for at least an hour and a half. I was like, take a full fucking set. He says, I rocked it.
I hope they recorded it.
I know. And I had to get it on SoundCloud,
Who gets on the mic on the wedding day, by the way?
The Minim's wedding special.
Aye. We'll get a video, how the video on?
The wedding singer.
Take it away,
insert clip, yeah. But
it was nice.
Aye, congratulations. I wish I could have been there.
Aye, same mate, congrats.
Anyway, moving on to the nerds. Did you watch the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano fight?
Aye.
It was hellish, wasn't it?
Madness. It was a madness.
So first of all, it was like a historic thing because it was the first time that women have headlined a boxing event, and at Madison Square Garden. Amanda Serrano's last loss was in 2012. Katie Taylor undefeated. Katie Taylor had 175 amateur wins. Katie Taylor's undefeated professional in so it was just a massive fight, and it was literally just toe to toe, war for the full 10 rounds, wasn't it? And then even in the last 30 seconds of the last round, that was like the most action of the whole fight. Not that it wasn't, it was action all the way through. When they knew it was coming in, the both was like, like, they were like, the legs were going and everything. I was spat out here, sorry. Getting carried away.
We're in the middle of a pandemic, yeah, you know?
I thought Serrano was winning it early for me. And didn't she should have kind of rocked Taylor in the 5th?
In the middle,
aye. But then in the 6th, Taylor wobbled Serrano. I was like, fucking hell, and the momentum shifted again. I was like, fucking hell.
I was about to fight the Saints, one of the best fights ever.
It was great. I really enjoyed it. Like, it was unbelievable. Like, respect to both of them. Like,
but you know, if they're gonna put it in the category of best fights ever, it doesn't come anywhere near it. Like Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley and that. You know what I mean?
That'll probably be in the bottom 10 ever, wouldn't it? Bottom like 3 probably. Actually, I can't think of a worse fight, to be honest. It's bottom, isn't it? It's the bottom of the pile.
Worst fight. I
can't think of a worse fight off the top of my head. If I fought hard enough, maybe, but.
He's on with fighting in Australia, you know, Jake Paul.
Is he?
That'll be good. Sonny Bill Williams. I think he takes fucking heat off me.
He's fighting Sonny Bill Williams?
So they say.
No way.
Yeah, they've got a beef,
Fucking
hell. I hope it happened to be class,
Right.
Because that's why they're saying they're having
Sonny
it
Bill
in
Australia,
having it in a stadium. I
would kind of say that. Imagine being there when you get your seat took off.
I'll grow a mullet for that day.
Did you see him with
get right in with the Australian?
He done like a round table thing with Eddie Hearn on that podcast. Did you see Jake Paul?
I didn't watch it, no, but I heard about it.
And he was going, it was good actually. To be fair, Eddie Hearn proper fucking handed it to fucking Jake Paul. Proper like give him like what everyone thinks and that. He was like, look, end of the day, he's like,
I like Eddie Hearn, mate.
He's alright, isn't he? Mm-hmm. He's like, what's he saying? He's like, oh, you're an average boxer. He says, but that's not a dig. He says, average is good. Like, average is, like, that's a compliment. Like, when you look at the world-class boxers there is out there, to be an average boxer is, like, hard. He's like, I've got loads of average boxers on my roster. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. You're just never going to be a world champion. You're never going to be a world-class fighter, which is true, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And he's like, you don't even know what I can do. He's like, yeah, it's true. I don't know what you're capable of doing, like, in the future, but based on what you have done, you're not a good boxer. And he's like, proper hurt and all that.
Aye.
It was fucking wicked, good to watch, like. I was like, go on, son.
That was because wasn't Serrano was his wife and Katie Taylor was Eddie Hearn's.
Aye.
So they had all that. But fucking...
they must have made a few squid.
Aye. But fair play to what Jake Paul's doing. He's giving some big paydays out, like.
I know, like, you got to respect him for that, like, and what he's doing for the sport of boxing. But as a boxer himself...
No.
He should
step away from that.
He should just be a promoter. He could be a wicked promoter,
because he's obviously good at it.
Aye. But
he wants to have everything.
I'm waiting for the day he gets chinned though, like.
I know.
And now it is, and I can see it now. He'll fight someone, right? He'll fight a boxer. He'll get chinned, and he'll be crying. He'll be going, "Look, I'll give it my best," and blah blah blah. And everyone's been hating on us, wanting us for us to get beat, but that's boxing. Just takes one shot.
As if he knows everything about everything.
Aye.
Fucking idiot.
And,
aye.
Yeah. Anyway, on that card as well, did you watch the Liam Smith, them Smith brothers?
Aye.
That Liam Smith against that Jesse Vargas on
I
that
didn't
card.
see that, no.
Yeah, lethal, you know. If you get a chance, watch that. It's on like the DAZN highlights. It's class.
I like them beef.
That fight's been meant to happen for ages, but for whatever reason it hasn't. Like, and obviously they've had a lot of beef. But then it obviously happened, and it was another phone box war. Just toe scrapped each other all over. But do you want us to tell you what happened, or do you want to watch it?
I'll just watch it.
Watch it. Aye. I'll not tell you the result then.
Aye. A proper sports pundit would know exactly what had happened, and he would have watched it already. And he would have dissected
Great
it.
fight though. If anybody else seen it, you'll agree it was a fucking absolute scrap. Not even a scrap, just like a good fight, you know, toe-to-toe, competitive fight all the way through. It was good.
Oh, the waitlist just went off. Is it coming through?
Not that dude, man. For not you doing.
2.
Got a few more notes on like boxing and that. TV, you got any more? Should I crack on?
Oh no, you know, I haven't even opened my notes. I've been inundated by your shit.
We've got a few subjects today, but I thought while we're on the fighting talk and that, I might as well keep on with the next couple of bits I've got.
As we're in a hurry, it might be an extra long show, eh?
Might be, yeah.
Might have an extra long show for you today, guys.
I know, I'm not even making a dent in the notes, yeah. I was gonna say that Canelo's fighting tomorrow, isn't he?
Aye. Is it tomorrow?
It's Saturday. Well, it's Saturday night in Vegas, so it'll be like. So yeah, we'll try.
So
try
we'll
and
be
get
hung
on.
out tomorrow. We'll put it on the telly, yeah.
I'm saying tomorrow, like today's Friday. Aye.
It's not today.
Saturday's today.
Aye, Saturday is the day, man.
Aye, it's the fight Saturday, but in America. So tomorrow. Yeah, this time difference has got me all fucked up. Still, I've only been here 7 fucking years. But anyway, so here's the tail of the tape. After Canelo Alvarez unified all 4 major world titles to become undisputed super middleweight champion with an 11th round technical knockout victory over Caleb Plant on November 6, 2021, we watched that, didn't we?
Oh, yes.
It appeared likely that Alvarez would move up to challenge for a world title in the 5th division when his trainer Eddie Reynoso successfully petitioned the WBC on November 15, 2021 to allow Alvarez to challenge WBC cruiserweight champion Ilunga Makabu. The fight ultimately did not happen as Makabu was forced into a mandatory defence of his title because he was meant to be moving up, wasn't he? That was the thing. Instead, it was announced on February 25, 2022 that Alvarez has signed a 2-fight deal with Matchroom Boxing. The first fight would see him returning to the light heavyweight division to challenge long-reigning undefeated WA super champion Dimitry Bivol on May 7th in a bout that would be televised as sports streaming service DAZN's first pay-per-view offering in the United States and Canada. So that's what it is. And Bivol first won his WA interim lightweight heavyweight title in only his 7th professional bout. So he's been champion since his 7th bout in May 2016. And he's undefeated. So it looks like a canny fight on paper, like.
Oh, I like to watch Canelo. It's enjoyable. Every fight I watch him, it's enjoyable to watch.
Undefeated WA world title. This Bivol, mind.
Bivol.
I think he's had I don't know what his record is. I think he's had about 20 fights or something, and he's like won 12 by knockout. Vaguely from my recollection on the Wikipedia, but
been on that Wikipedia, had you?
Oh, I've been doing my research this week.
It's Google now, man.
Alright.
Wikipedia, anyone can write on that.
So what you reckon? That'll be worth watching.
But Canelo May, I hope he wins.
We all thought he was going to wait though, didn't he? But that's the kind of background as to why he's not, I suppose.
Aye.
There you go. There's your boxing lesson for the week. Also, did you see Chimaev meant to be fighting Nate Diaz?
Aye, that'll be good. Like.
That's interesting.
Oh, it's very interesting. Who would you like to win that?
I would like Nate Diaz to win me. I don't know if he will though.
I don't. Nah.
I'm a fan of Nate Diaz. I like him.
No. Did you see what Gaethje was saying about him? He was ripping into Diaz like.
Was he?
Gaethje, aye. He was saying he hasn't got. So he's basically saying he was shied and he hasn't got the punching power to knock him out even on accident. So he says he basically got. He said he had a 1% chance because that's the UFC. Like that's MMA. You've always got that 1%. Yeah. But he said the other 99 guns to Chimaev.
I mean, to be fair, Nate Diaz is scrappy and he can take a dig. Like,
it's
hard to put away, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
So it'll be a fucking scrap after it.
It's like he's not all laying the heat.
I know, he just loves getting hit, doesn't he? He just keeps coming forward, covered in blood, Poggy. Just keeps coming. Loves it, but I don't know. It'll be a hard. I think Chimaev might win, but I think it'll be a hard fight for him still.
Speaking of that, speaking of Gaethje, obviously through the night they had the weigh-ins, didn't they? And Oliveira missed it.
I know.
Did you see the state of him though? Have you seen pictures of him?
I just saw the clip of him like behind the screen because I was supposed to be naked to like get the lowest possible weight, and then he walks away good when they say it was 155.5. What was he supposed to be? Like 145 or something?
Have you seen him? He never looks like that.
He looks proper skinny.
He looks ill.
So
it's not good for you that. And then Gaethje.
And he's still too heavy.
He missed it by 0.5.
But he looks ill.
I know.
How's he too heavy there? He looks like he needs to put a bit of weight on the lad.
I know, well he does, doesn't he?
What the fuck?
He's because tall and all that, but Gaethje...
He needs to move up a weight.
I know. Gaethje... Gaethje cruised that weight cut, and then I think he was that confident he'd already started eating like how he normally would, and he was then putting weight back on. There was no chance. Oh, sorry, there is no, because the fight's going ahead.
He's had the belt taken off him.
So he loses the belt. So if he wins the fight, he still doesn't win the belt. Because the belt's his.
Yeah.
So if he wins the fight, he doesn't get the belt. But if Gaethje wins the fight, he gets the belt.
Yeah.
So
either way, he's lost the belt.
It's basically just a fight for him.
Aye.
And then if he wins, the belt's vacant then.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it?
Aye.
That's Sean.
But then that's the rules, isn't it?
That's
if he wants to fight at that weight, then he's got to make that weight, and he didn't make it. So
what was the weight he had to make? What did he have to make? 145.
I couldn't tell you about that.
And I think he was 150.5.
I'm not a physician.
I think it might be 145.
I never claimed to be a physician.
Correct us in the notes, Timmy. You'll know. But
I probably just said the whole thing wrong there. Probably getting up a weight.
You know.
Nah,
you
there's
think
no
like,
chance.
if you're struggling to make that weight, you would just gone up a weight.
Aye.
Then you're just comfortable.
Aye.
You might deep it out, you know what I mean? Fuck knows. Aye. Well, this brings me to the part of the show, who's got the line?
Who has got the leg?
Who has got the line? So this week it's my turn, isn't it?
I know what it is. I reckon I know what you're going to say.
Tell you what.
I fucking heard you shooting on about it all morning. Just did.
I've not said it.
No, there now. Introduce the game for people that didn't know about the game.
So, do you want to introduce it?
Aye.
Go on then.
Oh, you say something from a film and then I guess.
Aye. So, aye,
And then
that's
next
it,
week
aye.
it's his turn.
Right, I need to take this off so I can concentrate on my line.
Me and my best friend Jenny were like peas and carrots.
Aye, I know what that is. I didn't hear you saying that.
Who's that?
Forrest Gump it is.
Aye.
I love you, Jenny. Aye. Aye. Great one, that, like. It's great one, that.
Peas
I like,
and carrots.
you got yourself into the
Character.
forest, aye. Aye. Be talking like him later on, Anna.
I know. Be
I-
walking like him.
Aye, I know. It's funny, but it's fucking not. We'll end up on that train track, I reckon.
Hopefully not, like.
Did you see that video I put on the story there
Aye.
this morning, the Italian bloke, man? Did you see it?
Aye. On the scooter.
Who and abused the
He hits
Leicester
his car.
fans and then he got straight into the car. I was howling me. I watched loads of that.
Hey. Yeah, did you see Dave Chappelle getting attacked on stage over
Aye,
there?
I did, aye.
Off
By
the,
one of them transvestites.
Think so, I was a member of the LGBTQ plus community.
Aye.
Because it was something about these jokes about trans thingies.
Yeah.
Trans people.
You know what it is? He come in wielding a knife, man.
He had a knife and a gun in him, you know.
Apparently the gun was a replica, but the knife was very real.
But still, you can.
apparently the gun fired the knife off the front door.
Did it?
Did you see them? It was a full
They
on.
pulled the trigger and loads of spunk came out the end.
Aye. No, but aye, and then they reckon Jamie Foxx jumped on with a cowboy hat on.
Jamie Foxx did.
I jumped on like John Gure.
I saw the lagger kick that out, didn't he? So his arm was hanging off. And his head was like a balloon.
As if they kicked the fucking room for doing that, you know what I mean? Class.
I know. Well, you gotta jump on stage and attack someone who's performing.
Dave Chappelle. Oh, but I was watching some of Dave Chappelle's like stand up just like off the back of that, and it was just like revisited.
He's class, isn't he?
I just like the one he tells about Caitlyn Jenner winning Woman of the Year, man. Have you heard that?
Aye.
It's a crease that you
I
know.
heard that.
But you know what it is? It's just did she not win Woman of the Year? Like she did. So he's just saying what people's thinking that like
Yeah.
is
I
it
like
that
his
bad?
stuff. I think that's why Dave Chappelle's so good. It's because he obviously it's quite political, but he says like he just says it how it is, and he's not trying to offend anyone. He's just being like honest. This is how it is, and it's funny. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Yeah. Did you see afterwards after the whole commotion, Chris Rock got on stage and went, "Was that Will Smith?"
Yeah, class like
What
you know.
about that?
Aye, I was howling.
I know. Aye.
Cheeky bastard.
What about that?
Class,
Will Smith will be raging, you know. He's
Aye,
a bad
nah.
joke now, isn't he?
Aye.
He's the butt of all jokes.
And like, aye, he is like, shame, eh?
I know.
Anyhow, cup of tea before I blow the lid off some car, right? Is that you? Actually, you got any thoughts for the show?
No.
You said you were going to fart definitely this time. Fucking Stephen, his empty promises, right? Anyway,
Empty
right?
bowl.
You ready for this? Fucking ready for this? Are you? Right. Did you ever know someone at school, maybe, or even if you know someone at work?
Aye, loads.
yeah, listen to this, right? Listen to this. Did you ever know someone with asthma?
I was a few kids at school and all that who had asthma.
Aye. Would you say it was like a bad thing to have, or would you say it was relatively like just fucking?
It wasn't like a huge deal because quite a few people had it, but and now they used to, some of them used to struggle in PA and that, especially with like cross country running and that.
Oh, did they? Well, that's
So I have to have that puffer.
that's good for my point, right? So, what percentage would you say the population of the UK would have asthma?
I don't know, like 5?
5? Nah, it's a bit higher than that.
Is it? 10.
Aye, but 10, right? So it's 12%, right? let's just get through my notes, right? Because there's quite a lot to take in here, right? Alright, so if you've got asthma, right, you're allowed to use these certain kind of drugs. I don't know. You know when you've got asthma, is it like a steroid that you can...
Aye, it is a steroid,
it comes in the thing. It is, and it helps
Mm-hmm.
the lungs and that, right? So 2 of these, there'll be salbutamol and albuterol. That's just to help with it, but they're banned in sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's, remember when Bradley Wiggins did the Tour de France and he ended up getting banned for life? That's what he was using, right?
Medals off him and that.
Aye. So, it's come to light lately, right? I don't know who's looked this up. It certainly wasn't me. My pal sent us this video and I was just reiterating it. You know? Alright, so what would you say, right? Bearing in mind, they've been arguably the best team in the world, I would say. Do you reckon? Oh no, you don't even know who it is yet. I haven't blown the lid off them yet.
I'll have a guess.
No, I didn't yet, right?
The Toon.
No to do with them. Fucking kidding, aren't you?
Arguably the best team in the world, though, you said?
Aye. So anyway, right, arguably the best team in the world for... it pains us to say it, but a little while. They're blatantly going to win the treble this year, I reckon. And so... it's in the football as well. So would you say football's like high? You need good levels of fitness, don't you?
Yeah, the athletes, the lads.
Where like endurance, strength, all that shit, sprinting all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Conditioning.
So what would you say the percentage of the Liverpool side would have asthma?
Would I have asthma? I would say low, like.
Low,
I would say
aye.
5%.
I like keeping it in line with the population.
Aye.
Well, no, it's a little bit higher than that. What do you reckon? A little bit higher?
10,
Nah.
20,
Nah.
30,
Nah.
50.
Nah.
Fucking hell. 70.
Nah, it's 63.
Fucking hell.
63, right? That's 5 times higher than the UK population they've got on asthma,
So
right?
the Liverpool team's full of roids.
I don't know if it's full of right.
Well, they're taking
not
steroids
like
that are
most-
illegal in of our sports.
Well, I think it should be illegal in football as
Aye.
well, surely, wouldn't it? Like, would you allowed to be a sprinter anyway? So there's this Italian doctor.
You cheating bastards.
Oh, strip the cunt, right? So, right, there's this Italian doctor, right, who's well known in cycling, right? He must be like one of these sports doctors, right? He ended up getting banned, right? This is where like the conspiracy comes in, right? So he ended up getting banned from working with cyclists, right? Mm-hmm. And he went to... I said he was Italian, didn't I? He's Italian, like big in the Italian cycling things, right? So he ended up going now at the football, right? And he ended up working with Claudio Ranieri in Italy, right? And then he ended up going to Leicester, got Leicester promoted. This doctor went across with Claudio Ranieri to
No
Leicester,
way.
right? Got Leicester promoted, then they won the fucking Premier League, right?
No way.
Aye, so it's definitely in English football.
So they might not even actually have asthma. He's just prescribed them with asthma to get them on these fucking roids. No way.
Isn't that mad?
Well, fucking aren't yous?
Aye.
That's
Scousers
mental.
cheating away through the fucking Premier League. They're like, but
Do you reckon that's true?
I don't know.
Hey,
Bet we know what you think.
that's interesting, mind.
Blew the fucking lid off them there.
Haven't I? Hey!
What do you think this is? Either bunch of cheating cunts. Somebody.
Who wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it just be typical for Scousers?
Imagine.
What cheating, man?
Imagine the way, and they got all them trophies and that took off them.
You know if they are doing it, the likes of Bradley Wiggins, he's banned for life. What happens there then? Because Jurgen Klopp, all of them will know about it. Fully cheating.
Surely that'll not be the case, though.
But surely 63% of the squad can't have
Yeah.
asthma. Like, how does that happen? Now, like, if you are, say, like, you want to bring in the best footballers in the world, right, to your team, would you necessarily pick someone, they have a medical, would you necessarily pick someone with asthma?
You wouldn't think that many footballers
Not to discriminate,
would have
you know
asthma.
what I mean,
No, but it's like, it's a fucking, what you call it? It's a
They're meant to be the elite.
It's a respiratory fucking illness,
aye.
and you're playing football while you're running around like constantly.
I can remember when I was little and I was going through this thing, I don't know what it was, but I had these mad attacks and I had to stop, I couldn't fucking breathe. It literally felt like I was breathing through a fucking straw. Could not breathe. It was mad. But
Cool.
But if you're going through these medicals, like, I guess the medicals are pretty intense. If you got asthma, would they pass the medical? I don't know. Anyway, that's a one for the.
Aye, interesting that. Aye.
Pretty cool, hey?
Aye, well, if it is true, there should definitely be
How'd you go about that?
investigated. I wonder if it. So is this just like? I wonder if this is something that's under investigation, or is this just something that like someone's done that research? Someone's been digging. It might,
It's just been brought to my attention.
it might come to the light eventually. Of might be us, might be blowing the lid off it right here and now.
Oh, and aye.
FIFA and all that.
Aye.
Look into it.
Aye. Anywho, that's enough for that. I put my tunes back in, that's my piece.
While we're on the football, a couple of Newcastle United transfer rumours. Newcastle have been scouting Benfica striker Darwin Núñez, the 22-year-old Uruguay international linked to Manchester United and Liverpool, as they look to bolster their striking options.
We're getting linked with everyone though, you know.
And it says PSG will face competition from PSG in the race to sign AC Milan's Portugal winger Rafael Leao, 22.
Aye. Like I say, we're getting linked with everyone, like who knows what will happen, but I reckon Eddie Howe will be bringing in some boyos in the summer, like, be exciting to see what he's going to do. I tried to know what minutes we're on, but have you got anything else to say?
That was all my notes.
I'm pretty much all out, mate. Like, I literally had no note until... Oh, I did actually write a note, you know. Remember that watched the documentary on the Netflix? The lad who went to jail and he clearly didn't do it. The Dream Catcher. The Night Stalker.
It wasn't Dream Catcher, it was Dream...
The Dream Killer.
Dream Killer, aye.
Aye. Didn't you look up a load about it? Does anyone watch it? It's worth watching it. It's pretty cool.
Aye, so the Dream Killer, what was the lad called?
Terry Hibbert.
Nowadays I'll look at my notes, but I'll knock this off the screen.
Not to worry. Take it all in right there's what optic. Enjoy it.
And it's gone. So I've sent a text message to you, didn't I? So
You never sent fuck all to me.
So Ryan Ferguson, right?
Brian Ferguson.
Aye,
He used to play for the fucking Toon, him.
Terry Ferguson. He got sent to prison for was it 45 years or something?
That's raw, that.
And,
this must be a good hour, this show.
Basically, him and his pal got sentenced to life for murder for something they didn't do. It was 2 years after the event. The other lad just seen something about it on the news, and that night he was that pissed and wrecked on drugs, and he knew they drove past that junction, but he had no memory of the night. But he's a bit raj when he's had a drink and he's full of drugs. He thought, oh fuck, maybe I did do that.
Maybe he flipped out.
So he rang the police. He was like, oh, I think it could have been me because we drove past there on the way home from a night out and I was fucking blitzed. So maybe we did do it, but they didn't do it. And then
if they had done it, they'd getting away with it.
And then anyways, they got a trial and all that. They both got sent to jail for fucking 45 years or something, and they didn't even do it. And that Ryan, who the documentary was about, Ryan Ferguson, his family and all that were campaigning to get him out. Can you remember making these at school?
Aye.
There's my notes for the fucking week.
Oh, that's how cool he is.
And,
yeah, you're not listening to you like this with the music pumping in me lug. It reminds us of going to school, this. Listening to the teacher. I can't really hear what you're saying.
But anyway, he ended up doing 10 years, didn't he?
How I wind it up.
And his family were campaigning to get him out and all that shit, and they got this new lawyer on and they got all the evidence and that, and they proved that the trial was a pure sham, and they got him off eventually. Aye. But we were wondering, I wonder what he's done after he's been out of prison. But he went on and received an $11 million award in a civil case, so he sued the state.
Fucking so he should.
For doing 10 years in prison. So you got 1 million per year in a one for fucking good measure.
Aye. You know, when I was watching it, I was thinking, hey, because how long was he in for?
10 years.
Aye.
He was 17 when he went in.
He come from a really nice family and that, and he was coming across really well, and he just didn't seem. I was like, what the fuck's he doing in jail?
I know, aye.
In some of the stories you're saying about in jail and all that, when he grown blokes squealing for help, it's fucking hard. Put shivers up me.
He's now a real estate agent, because that's what his dad was, remember?
Aye.
So he's now followed, and when he was a kid, he used to go with his dad and show the houses. He's following his dad's footsteps, and he's making good money doing that now, so it would look like on his Instagram and that. He's also got a podcast called The Prison Counts Podcast. With his old cellmate from prison. It's wicked, listen to a couple of them already. Right. It's really good. The Prison Counts Podcast, look that up. And it's from the perspective of a bloke who was in prison for 10 years for something he didn't do, and a bloke who was in prison for 15 years for stuff that he did do. Aye. So an actual criminal. Aye. But they became really good pals in prison and that.
Anyway.
But it's really interesting.
That was me and you. We met in jail, didn't we, Steve?
Aye. But they talk about their experiences in prison, like what happened to them when they got out of prison, what it was like adjusting. Like every episode is a different subject, and they even have their lives dad on one of them and that.
Really?
It's really good, you know.
Aye.
Look that up. It only started in April as well, so it's quite a new podcast. So but he seems really like happy in that now because when I told you when he first got out of prison, he was a bit fucked up, wasn't he? He didn't know how to adjust, but he seems like he's doing alright, which is good to see.
Maybe
Like,
we could get him on the show as a quest.
and you know, we were saying like, how come he obviously eventually got that out, but they weren't campaigning for the other lad to get out, who was like.
Aye.
But
he was clearly running
but because he's changed his story like 3 times now, he's a fucking tit. Right. So the like nowadays he's got no credibility. We can't really take anything he says seriously or whatever. But he's also gonna have that conviction against his name. But he's actually due for parole in January 2023, so he'll be out in January. It's just sad. Like it's sad that he's fucked up his life just by being a bit of a tit. It's mad though how shady.
But he just seemed like a fucking lunatic.
It's mad though how shady the legal system is when you watch his documentaries and it shows you what goes on. It's like a dark, seedy, horrible world. The whole law and criminal system. If you get sucked into that, you're fucked, you know.
They just want to blame anyone, and it doesn't matter if they're right or wrong.
And it's not even about what's right. It's about what they can like make a jury believe. It's not even about what's the truth.
There's some kind of documentaries on Netflix at the minute. If you want to know one, ask us. I'll tell you.
Aye, that was a good one.
Fucking knew it.
Dream Killer.
The Dream Catcher.
Aye, well, I think I've had enough of this now for today.
I'm going to have to start the PV. I'm not going to say away from your haircut.
Aye. Right, well, again, thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that, carry on. And hope you have a lovely weekend. Signing out.
Any thoughts?
No thoughts today.
You're a fucking fraudie. Let us start again. Wait. Should we start again?
Do you want to start it again?
Aye. I'll take the teas away.
Let's do this.
Is that someone at the door?
I don't think so.
I might just start this whole fucking thing again, you know.
Oh, if it's good.
Cup of tea like Staff Ross.